The streets of New York City are about to get a new robotic resident. The New York Police Department recently unveiled its latest high-tech tool in the fight against subway crime, a 400-pound security robot called the K-5. This hulking machine is being brought in as part of Mayor Eric Adams' push to increase the use of technology by law enforcement across the city. But is a robot really the solution to deterring crime in New York's sprawling transit system? First, let's take a look at what exactly this mechanical officer consists of. The K-5 security robot was created by Knightscope, a company based in California that builds autonomous machines for security purposes. It has a glossy white and blue exterior, emblazoned with the word NYPD, and stands at around 5 feet tall. The robot moves on wheels at a top speed of about 3 miles per hour and can operate on its own using mapping technology. It has multiple cameras that provide a 360-degree high-definition view to record video, but notably does not record audio or use facial recognition software. With its hulking 400-pound frame made of sturdy materials, this robot is built to withstand the hustle and bustle of busy New York City streets and subways. It can roam around without needing any bathroom or meal breaks, pretty useful from a policing perspective, and likely a bit intimidating to confront in a deserted subway station late at night. I'd certainly think twice before doing anything suspicious around those unblinking robotic eyes. So why has the NYPD decided to unleash this technological officer into the bowels of New York City's transit system? According to Mayor Adams, it's all part of enhancing public safety through modern technology. The mayor has made it a priority to empower the police with advanced new tools like drones, gunshot detection systems, and now robotics. Just look at the NYPD's new unmanned drone program, which was launched over Labor Day weekend, with drones monitoring big crowds at public events. Mayor Adams, formerly a police officer himself, believes technology acts as a force multiplier, allowing a department to do more with limited resources. And the sprawling New York subway system, which covers hundreds of miles, needs all the help it can get. The pandemic diminished ridership numbers over the past few years, but now as riders return, the NYPD is reporting subway crime is down 4.5% from last year and 8% from 2019 levels. Still, the mayor says any amount of crime is too much. The introduction of robotic security aims to deter crime even further and get the numbers as close to zero as possible. Adams said, "We will continue to stay ahead of those who want to harm everyday New Yorkers. Public safety and justice are the prerequisites to more prosperity, particularly in our subway system." But will this one robot really make much of an impact on the vast subway system? Is monitoring becoming too robotic in NY? That will likely come down to how the initial pilot program goes. For now, New Yorkers can expect to see the K-5 patrolling the Times Square station, the system's busiest, during overnight hours. It will be accompanied by police officers at first before being unleashed solo. What happens if someone tries to vandalize it? Will it be able to hold its own against rowdy riders? So many questions need to be answered during this test phase. If it succeeds, we may start seeing metal versions of Robocop policing many other stations around the clock. But do we really want to be recorded every moment by a fleet of robots as we commute to work? There are understandable privacy worries when it comes to having cameras everywhere monitoring public spaces in real time. Additionally, for 2 months, the K-5 will be deployed to the Times Square subway station, the busiest and most high-profile station in the system. It will spend the first 2 weeks primarily just mapping out the layout and learning to navigate the environment. And it won't be totally alone. NYPD officers will accompany the robot from midnight to 6 a.m. during this mapping trial period to observe and assist if needed. But you must be wondering, why start with Times Square? Well, with about 200,000 riders passing through every single day, it's by far the busiest station. It's also open 24/7, covers multiple underground levels, and sees people from all walks of life. If the K-5 can make it there, it can make it anywhere, right? After the 2-month pilot, the NYPD will evaluate how things went and then decide on wider adoption. If the trial is a success, people throughout the metro area better get used to seeing these robot officers patrolling their local stations soon too. But not so fast. Some groups are urging the NYPD to pump the brakes on this robot rollout. Ever since the K-5 was unveiled, privacy advocates have raised concerns about having camera-equipped robots recording citizens in public areas. Groups like the Legal Aid Society argue this level of surveillance could violate New Yorkers' civil liberties, and they're skeptical of NYPD claims that the footage won't be used in more invasive ways. The police insist the K-5 won't cross any lines. It does not monitor audio or use facial recognition software, They say it's just a mobile set of eyes, like a stationary security camera, but able to move around. Though skeptical riders may have questions, could the cameras zoom in on reading over someone's shoulder? Might footage be archived forever, even if no crime occurs? For their part, NYPD officials firmly stated the video will adhere to the department's existing data and privacy policies, but critics counter that those rules still give police a lot of leeway in how to use footage. And they worry rules could be expanded in the future to tap into the K-5's full surveillance potential without public consent. Both sides raise fair points in this ongoing debate between safety and civil liberties. Additionally, there's also the matter of the price tag. Mayor Adams eagerly boasts how fiscally prudent the robots are. At an operating lease cost of only $9 per hour, it's way cheaper than a human officer earning $30 to $40 per hour or more. The mayor joked, "No bathroom breaks, no meal breaks. This is a good investment." And with budgets tight, the city is counting every dollar. But while inflation drives up costs everywhere, is a robot really the most urgent public safety need? Mental health and social services to address the root causes of crime come with a steeper price. However, many experts argue they would more effectively and humanely reduce incidents in the long run. Nonetheless, officials are determined to try this visible new technology in the name of keeping the subways safe. So the K-5 robot officer is ready to embark on its test run in Times Square, but lingering questions remain about the balance between safety and privacy, optics and budgets. If this pilot succeeds without legal challenges or incidents, robotic protectors could soon become a regular sight in the lives of all New York strap-hangers. We'll have to stay tuned to see how this cybernetic guardian fares on its maiden voyage in the city that never sleeps. This won't be the first robot cop to hit the streets here. The NYPD previously tested using a robotic police dog called DigiDog for emergency response situations. However, some citizens had mixed reactions to seeing the robot dog in action. The new K-5 draws obvious inspiration from the famous sci-fi film RoboCop. Only time will tell whether New Yorkers end up embracing these real-life cyborg officers patrolling their neighborhoods or see them as too dystopian. With the city's history of welcoming outsider innovations, people may barely bat an eye at robots walking the beat. Get ready, New York. The future of policing is arriving. However, New York City has welcomed many innovations that first seemed bizarre, like skyscrapers, subways, and sidewalk hot dog carts. Perhaps creative nicknames will soon normalize the robot's presence throughout the metropolis. Robo-Fuzz, anyone? Regardless, this fusion of AI and public service pushes society toward an uncertain horizon. But with open minds, our future remains bright. And that's all for today. If you're excited about AI innovations and want to stay updated with the latest trends and insights, subscribe and turn on notifications. Remember, AI is not our enemy, but our ally, ushering us into a future of endless possibilities.